Nobody does ankle straps like the French. Again, thank you for calling. And if you've any other questions...
Just the one. Have you ever done it in a roller?
Our new head of sales seems to be throwing himself into his work, heart and soul. And one or two other bits as well.
We need the ones like her, tough as it is to pull them. The monsters, the great survivors.
She's that all right. She's been on the battle longer than he has.
The gag being, what I really like about this is we're going to be paying him for doing what Nesta fired him for doing.
You girls. You tear the business apart if you haven't got him and me here to get between you.
So we're all agreed, then, that he be taken on contract?
We? You are a hired hand here. Remember that. Even if you do shack up with someone who's on a percentage.
The board says yes?
Even though he may be working for her?
Yes.
Oh, yes, if he can turn half those maybes into copper-bottomed order book, we could really start talking turbos for the executive motor pool.
Business or pleasure? Little of both? Don't know what they're paying you here, but aren't some things beyond the call of duty?
Who is that?
A dear old friend who likes to keep in touch, usually by harpoon.
I don't see why I should be shooed off the premises like this. She's perfectly capable of dragging her own bag around the golf course.
Ever the gentleman, Dad. You could do with a walk in wet grass. Look at you. Sorry if I heavy-wellied your fella back there.
Oh, it does them the world of good to taste the cosh now and again. He's getting cocky. He's got no right to use the legal we, just because he's got the shoeboxes emptied and looking like proper accounts for the first time in years.
And, let's hope that not too many little black things with legs crawl out from under, eh?
How's the new fella working out? The one you poached off me?
Oh, it's hardly poaching, Nesta dear, when the thing jumps up and into your handbag.
Now then, girls.
But talking about poaching, I did hear that Arnie was minding the shop and more since his little mystery took a southbound truck.
Like you say. Hardly poaching when a thing jumps up and into your handbag.
Unless you threw a bloody great stick of dynamite in the water in the first place.
Now, what stick of dynamite would that be, Connie, dear?
I have no idea, but I shall be looking.
Girls. Heel!
Do I have to? I mean, oh.
He's packed off, then?
Not without protest.
Understandable. Would you like to go 18 rounds with those two? I was Nesta.
She was Nesta. Watch Crawder. He bites with size 13 choppers. So did his daddy and his daddy before that. And his great-great-granddad chewed bars of steel for breakfast. Just like you and me. Send her up. Yes. Well, you don't hang about on your entrances, do you? Rattle the handle through the door, yes. You're not up in front of the governor for setting fire to A-Wing? Fag.
I don't.
You used to. I chucked it. Like you chucked dressing on a staff discount.
Well, a girl has enough of picking her way through seconds. Like she has enough of catching the corporation bus and gets herself a nice little runabout. Won the snowball and the bingo, have you? 20 times on the trot.
If I had, what would it be to do with you?
Or a rich uncle, maybe.
Not been putting in devoted hours at the bedside, have you?
I'm losing piecework money, Studia.
I like a girl who has it in her to say, I am changing. I don't like what I see on the mirror tiles in the bathroom anymore. I want a new me.
Can I go if this is just a chat?
We're all going to be working under a new label soon. There's going to be a new House of B. There'll be openings for girls that can measure up. Do you still want to get back to your sewing machine? What opening? You've got the legs and the shoulders. Now, you can wear anything if you got those. Turn.
What?
Turn.
See what you want?
Put that on. Hopeless. Take it off. That was better. But I still didn't see much style. I didn't hear all the S's as you slid out of it.
You might have, if you were a fella.
All right, I'm a fella. Sweaty, hairy, eyes like a boiled lobster. They've been up and down you since you walked in through that door. Show me how you sit. Well, that might say class to cable layers called Mick, but, all that says to the fellas I'm thinking about is tart. You know where the door is, you know where your machine is. You've been on it how long? Even if you have managed to hook yourself a sugar daddy, you'll still be on it this time next year. And the year after that, unless you cop for a bab on the way. I hate that phrase, don't you? Cop for a bab. Go on. There's the door. Now, I am every Jack the lad in every office. In his flash suit that stinks under the armpits, wriggling his toes in the sweat that's fallen off his feet into his nylon socks. Ugh. Aren't fellas terrible? They just don't bother. Or I'm some old smoothie who's been around a bit. Some old smoothie sat behind a king-size desk under the 10-foot square portrait of the right old bugger who founded the firm he now runs. Some old smoothie ripe for the taking because he thinks he's seen and done it all. But has he got a shot coming? Because he hasn't met us yet.
Us?
The team, the girls, the new yous who are going to take all those Jack the lads and the some old smoothies.
Selling?
Repping. Promoting us. Looking good, wearing our gear. Not real selling. The fellas can do that, the devs.
Sort of promotion girl, that sort of thing.
Well, not if you mean some brainless creature with the name of a fag painted alongside her car. I mean someone like you, who knows the business from the pedal of her sewing machine up. Someone who can talk sense as well as look good. Now, do you want to try any of those again? The walk, the slipping off the top coat, giving him time to glimpse the goods, the sit, the smile.
I could get them right. I could work on them. If the money was right.
We agreed she'd be handling it in person.
Problems at the factory. You know how it is.
I do. We've been running one for nearly 300 years. I'm not pleased. You're the fancy man, are you?
I handled the administrative side of things.
You're the fancy man.
You could say that, yes.
I warn you, Mr. Fancy Man. You're so smart, piece of goods con me into helping you with this. If her not being here today means she's working on another con, so she can wriggle out of the price she's due to pay, I'll switch you off. You leave first. I never want to see your face again. Reminder, there's a price.
I want to start you off as soon as. There is a bit of business you could cut your wicked white teeth on. Do you want a crack?
You say when?
How about first thing tomorrow morning?
What time do you want me here?
I don't. I want you there. 5 days, having your skin deep cleaned, and maybe having a boiled radish for your tea, if you're lucky.
I know just what you're going to say. Didn't you get the message when I bounced you down the stairs the other day? What do you need? Pins through you before it sinks in?
We don't have business together. I thought you were off the barrows anyway, doing bits and pieces for Nesta.
That's right. That's putting it far too early. I fetch coffee, I answer the phone, I reload the tape in the dictaphone. More ornament than use. You get the idea? Like I was for Connie before. It's a lot of fun being handed on like a piece of used dental floss.
So there is a reason for you being here.
You found her? The go-between?
My fella did. He came up with the idea. Plant my dad's bird on him. My fella's done the accounts now and knows where Hector's got her tucked away.
Your father...
Has no idea. Not yet. Maybe I'll work out a way with Lisa to let him down gently.
And if you can't?
He's been a bloody old fool over her, and it's time that someone knocked it on the head.
And it might as well be you.
Awful job at times, bringing up your parents.
Well, I don't often, but you find a bottle of port and 2 glasses to your right.
I do.
Thank you.
I'll do it.
Thank you. You're sure this girl can go between the pair of you?
Oh, good legs and even better shoulders. If Crawder's bow tie doesn't start revolving when he sees her, I'll eat your white stick.
Would there be a Greek toast you might know to cover this?
There would be. Nazizi to Englimar. Here's to crime.
Not people I know, please. First impressions, you understand?
Oh, I know them. I thought you two were only communicating with each other by letterbomb these days.
You've got to go with him.
Oh, been playing cards for me, have you, and Arnie lost?
Oh, shut up. I'll drive you, or you drive your own car, or whatever. I'm sorry, kid. I'm not too good in these technicolor moments, like you might remember.
B's not well.
You could say that, yeah. You could make it sound all stiff upper lip and Spitfire pilot, or you could say what Nesta just yelled down the phone at me. Go get the bitch, so she can say goodbye to Mum.
Here's a fag, Arnie. British made his B. It's daft she's in there. She got sick and none of us noticed.
Just like me, crafty old cow. She always plays things close to the chest.
Your pal doesn't have to hang round. She'd not like to think there was no one taking care of business.
You want the details? Head mechanic's report on what's wrong with her?
No, Tom, I'm not into that.
Couldn't give a toss.
It's just that I'm not into talking Operation Scars over a bit of knitting.
Fellas don't want to know either, do they? Always dead out of place at this sort of thing. Dead embarrassed, standing on one leg. Pretending to have a fag, wishing it was over.
We couldn't just for the next few hours or days suspend hostilities.
Then how would I get through them? I only know going flat out, laying about me right and left. You know that.
Can I go in now?
You're not your fella. He's not family. And someone's got to mind the store.
I would have thought that was the last thing you should be thinking about, us keeping those machines turning over.
Really? And I'm going to be part owner of them with you if she makes the tape?
I hadn't been thinking that side of things.
I had. Don't tell me she'd do anything but sit up and croak, "That's my girl," with her last breath if she knew. You hadn't been thinking about that side of things. Pull the other one, it's got bells and tassels on, as she'd have said. You dropped everything and ran, hoping for a sign through the oxygen mask there'd be something coming your way that would cut me out.
Girls, not here, eh?
I resent this. I want you to know I resent it. I've no business here. Are they all here? Who's kicking back sides at the factory?
My fella. They said not to keep you too long.
That's because goodbyes are supposed to be upsetting. In my life, the goodbyes have been the best bits.
Then the nurse hit.
Nurses. Doctors. Bigger hams than fashion people. They just want you to turn your head to the wall like a sick cat so they can do all the glamorous bits. Like running up and down the corridors, thumping you on the chest. I am a fashion person and no one is going to steal my lamps. It's a performance. You know that. Why do you think I always wore black? Hate black. Always hated black. Picks up everything. Didn't suit me. But everyone in the business knew that I wore black. They might have called me that bitch in black. But they remembered me. I want some show. Don't want to be tastefully slipped into a corporation bin sack at the creme, where half a dozen people stood around on a wet Tuesday.
You are a survivor, Bee. You've been on one knee before.
Yeah. The head mechanic has spelled it out for me. 10% chance with an up. Goes wrong. Cabbage. I told him. No tar. I've had enough of pain. My case. Now, I want as many people trampling the flower beds at the do as you can fix. Come on. And I want the biggest show you as dead stone, they still do. Not one of them apologetic little crosses with your initials and the dates on. As if I'm saying sorry for taking up the space. The best you can get for the money. That'll smack the buggers in the eye and drag them across to see whose stone it is, even if they are only using the cemetery as a shortcut behind the gasworks.
I'll hold them to it.
More vulgar the better, I say. And a spread on after. Not back at the house. Nice big spread. Outside caterer's bar at the factory. I've made arrangements. Neither of the two of them will have to fork out for it.
Outside caterers and bar. Got it.
Underline bar. Crates of the stuff float me out on it.
I'll say they do it.
Do. And something else. Show them the gear. But you have everybody there. Owners and buyers and store chiefs. It's too good a chance to pass up on. Come, get Muddles in. Get Dev working. Make sure the doctor's got his order books.
I do appreciate the opportunity, babe, but taste.
Taste. Taste never made anybody a million in this game yet. And you never change the name, it stays the new house of B.
I can promise to try.
I do resent this, you see. I am trying to be very businesslike and go out without a why me just now. But I do resent it. I want something left of me.
It'll always be there. And me. You taught me the business.
And the name. It stays my name.
I promise as far as I can, but there'll be other people on the board now. There will be changes.
Esther.
I know this isn't the place, and I know I have no right. But my fella.
Nesta gets all my share. Sorry. I know what you've done, what you've put in, you and your fella both. Turned the business round, you took advantage of that fire. Can I ask?
No. I didn't fix for Leroy to burn it down.
I believe you now. Not quite. But Nesta has to have it, see. It's blood. Always seems to come down to that in the finish.
I work 20 hours a day, 7 a week at times.
And you'll keep on doing it, even though it means putting mink on her back.
Will I?
You will. Because you are a fashion person. And you just can't help it.
Can't I?
No. You will keep on working at whatever it is you are doing to get the rebuilding through. Because you are almost more like me than my own daughter is. Bend your neck, you stubborn madam, to one who knows you all the way through. You will.
I will.
Not yet. And not him at all. Just family. She's ended up with him. And you're with him. I married 5. Lost 4, 1, 1. Where is the shape to it, eh? I do resent this. Bitchin' black and the hot panking. Shouldn't have worked.
How it did.
Look after him. Find someone for him.
He's not big and ugly enough to look after himself.
Not someone like me. My age. He'd have to go through all this again. Much younger. Someone who can put some lead in his pencil, but not run him ragged. With a place of her own, maybe. She'll be on the make. But no matter. So long as she lets him put his head on her shoulder and nothing asked when it's needed. Can I leave that with you?
Not with Esther.
It's hardly the sort of thing you can ask your own daughter to do.
But you can your stepdaughter. Where do I look?
She has to go now.
You do. I'm not going to ask the impossible. To ask you two to hit it off. Just don't bring the business down on your own heads and Hector's with your rowing. You promised. Nah.
I've promised, and I'll see it through.
The rebuilding?
Yeah. Whoever it costs.
Why don't you go on home? I would rather wait here for anything. You know why I never wanted kids? Because at some point, you realise that it started out with them being part of your history. And then you get old. When you blink and you realise that you're just part of theirs. I wouldn't want that. I mean, it starts out with you being what the chapter's all about, and then you suddenly realise you're just a footnote to somebody else's.
Just when I was beginning to understand what a birdie was, and sinking a few pots.
Putts.
Play the game. I couldn't even speak it. There's at least 10 months left in my membership. If you can get a refund off them, you can keep it. I don't know what you're going to do with the gear. I don't see your stepdad taking it up.
No.
Mend your fences with him.
We get on.
May you find one like him. Even though he never could keep his hands to himself.
At least he's not a bender.
I had one of them once. Was he the one that came after the boozer, or the one before, the one with the garages?
He was the one who was my dad.
That's right. Who is it?
I can't do it. You look a million. That's outside. I just don't have it in here.
If you don't grab this, I'll tell your fortune for you. I see a fella named Eric who works in a garage and lives with his mum. I see your name down on a council list for a tower block flat 1/2 a mile from the shops and 20 minutes from a headache every 20 minutes of the day. Every day you're dragging up your 3 kids, all called Eric. That Eric #1 will have on you the minute you get back from your honeymoon weekend at Skeggy. Now you tell me you don't have it in there.
I just don't have it.
Then fake it, you silly little madam. Like the rest of us do. Or even the best of us do. Put on the show.
I was never one to hang around at parties I wasn't enjoying. I'm not enjoying this one much.
Hard to believe.
Nope.
I never thought you'd go through with it.
The will hasn't been read yet, Arnie, dear. God knows what balmy conditions she's put in that one. Has to show Willie.
You're bearing your grief rather well.
That's what she'd have wanted.
This is awful. This really is awful.
Excuse me, but have you seen the show cards for the new House of Beacham in it range?
Scram.
Beg your pardon?
I'm your new boss, and the first thing I'm going to do the day after tomorrow is scrap the chunky knits. Vanish.
A copybook display of good staff relations, as also of optimism that might yet prove to be disappointed.
My feet are under the desk here, Arnie, dear, right up to the elbows, and Connie knows it. Where's the bitch, anyway?
It's a first. I'll grant you that. But are you going to have to top someone every time you want to launch a new label? You'll be Dartmoor's most fashionably dressed lifers.
Arnie, this could be a good time for you and I to stop kicking each other's backsides. Dev will be out on the road again. We'll be taking new people on. They'll be getting down to London. If you've any idea where Babs might be, we could have them keep a lookout for her.
Mr. Jamison, you don't want your people giving your firm a bad name by going in any of the places where that little scrubber might be. I've chucked the barrow, and I've chucked her. Nesta's what I do during the day and what I go home to at night. My two pals now are Mr. Booze and Mr. Take It Easy. You fight your own battles. And take what you and Connie have got coming to you. It will make a lot of sense. You running the factory and owning the shops.
Do you know, Arnie, that thought had completely escaped me. Under the outward image of a bankrupt barrow boy is a commercial genius.
Might need someone to help you with the shops. Someone who knows the business. Part-time, of course.
Oh, of course. One wouldn't want to cut into anyone's drinking time.
Well, one couldn't, could one? There wouldn't be enough hours in one day.
I've always thought that fellas' ideas on stamina, you know, what the body can take, are based on what usually happens between the sheets.
Yep.
After the first couple of weeks of anything goes, fellas lying back gasping like an expiring walrus, his woman's thinking, so much for starters. When's dinner?
Let's make it simple.
The first thing I'm going to do when I move in here is have you fired. And I don't mean just quietly pushed out with a half-hearted reference. I mean booted down the steps. With such a crash that none of these here now were thinking what a hell of a job you're doing would give you half a day's working with you paying your own stamp and income tax.
Apart from that, Mrs. Lincoln, how are you enjoying the show? Connie took me on. She'll fight for me. Unless you want to talk knitwear and put money down, leave me alone. You're putting a crease in my nice new suit.
As I said once before, see you there. Hello, nice to see you.
There's a slideshow about Costigan stockroom showing the new House of Beacham commissioned high fashion line.
Are you chewing gum? Take that disgusting stuff out of your mouth, you little tart. What do you think we're here for? Show some respect. Just look at them all. They're all killing themselves because they didn't think of it first. It's all about shifting rag off the rack, fair means or foul.
I'd say foul.
I've got the Then you won't be hooting the other rollers out of the way of your roller when it's time to leave.
No, and we didn't drive in here in your silver Camargue with the white wall tyres, neither.
I'm on my way to it, sunshine, you better believe that.
I do. That's why I'm gritting my teeth and hanging onto your skirt tails.
I don't much believe in all that astrology business. I think everyone's born under the sign of the motor they're going to end up with. Mine's those sexy double R's. Yours will be the Ford Anglia stood on the house bricks with the engine missing.
Weed killer?
Thanks for saying what you did about her.
I loved her. Simple as that.
Oh, it wasn't always so simple, though, was it? You're selling yourself short there, underestimating your own capacity for complicating things.
I loved her despite all the others.
That's right, because you're really 100 different men and you could love 100 different women at the same time without cheating on any of them. And you almost believe that yourself.
I'm greatly tempted, Nesta dear, to grab you by the ears and shove your face in the sherry trifle, but that would hardly be in keeping with the solemn mood of this afternoon. Dwell on this. Your knowing about me and Lisa doesn't give you any hold on me anymore, and if he has cut you into the firm when the will's proved, you're still outvoted 2-1. So I suggest, much as it will crack your face and crumble your pancreas to try to be nice to your widower stepdad from now on.
Lecture being awkward? Dear oh me, boss. You got a snowman's balls chance in hell with the daughter when you can't even cope with the old man.
Got to go and be pleasant to these creeps.
It's what she wanted. And it's just her style.
And yours?
Day by day, in every way, I'm getting more like her. And those other overdressed, over-made-up fashion hags out there. Still, if that's how it's got to be, I'm not complaining. Well, I'm getting on with business like she'd have expected me to. Did you just drop by for a cupful of malt and a crateful of beluga?
No, there are some queries on the site access question. He does respect bereavement.
No, he sent a wreath.
He's getting rather impatient.
Ah.
So may I suggest that this is a propitious opportunity for the introduction of our go-between?
I had a fight to get these. You'd think it was the orphan's outing. I swear there are teeth marks on the tables. I appreciate you not getting in touch. That's you, that is. It wasn't just being careful, was it? You care too much.
I wish you hadn't come.
Don't worry about me. I've had 5 days to sort myself out, come to terms. I'll get some glasses. It can be you and me now. Straightforward. No need to be looking over our shoulders or worrying we might hurt someone. You can stay on here, or I'll move you to somewhere nicer. Us somewhere nicer. I don't much care for the hall myself. I never did feel too much at home with a name on the front door instead of a street number between you and me. That's smoked salmon, game pie, and quail's eggs. Dig in. It's on the firm. You've kept this tidy.
I was going to leave you a note. I've had a few days away to think things over.
Who did you make of? You never did that yourself. That's nice. It's another fella.
It's not.
I'm sorry, I never noticed. That's really nice. And your hair. He's even talked you into changing his scent.
It's not another fella. I've had an offer of a job. It's going to mean I'm mixing with different people.
You're moving in with another fella.
I'm getting a place of my own by myself. I liked being here. You taught me a lot. But it's not my own place. I'm going to be meeting people. I need somewhere to take them back to. Entertain. It's that sort of job.
And here I might walk in a minute. The old fool who set you up might spoil it for you.
Would have been easy if I could have just left a note. If you hadn't turned up.
You been with him? Is that where you've been while I've been burying B?
I've been there. I've been mixing with people and thinking about myself and what I want. And what I can't afford to keep hold of.
And I'm one of those. One of the things you just can't afford.
That's right.
Too old, am I? Just not up market enough for you now? I'm cheap and embarrassing, yeah. You've had off me everything I've got to give. There's another fellow.
There's not.
What job? Who's paying for this lot?
Well, it all rather depends on Connie playing fair by you, doesn't it? I mean, if she turns round and says, sod it, I don't care what I promised B, I'm not doing the rebuilding just to line your pocketbook. Goodbye, Roller. Hello, Fawn Anglia on Housebreaks.
She'll stick to it.
I should, boss.
Sure as I am that somehow I'll get Hector's vote any time I want it.
You've not been up to a touch of the naughty once again. Not in this week of all weeks.
No, but sooner or later, whether you deserve it or not, the other side put the ball through their own goal, don't they?
You're on, kid. Time to shift those lovely legs and roll those bedroom eyes.
I'm out